Alright YouTube, we're back for a short episode. As you can tell by the title of this video and the two things in my hands, we're going to be polishing these exhaust tips today. These are 30 years old, they've got rust, they've got soot, they've got dirt, so we're going to polish them up real quick. I'm going to show you how to do it. As you can see, these are supposed to be a nice chrome finish. They're dull. They're faded. You can tell the bottoms are a little bit shinier than the tops. And they're just gross. If you can see inside, they're dark. That's not just the lighting, it's because they're covered in soot. So I'm going to show you how to clean them up real quick. Here we go. Recommend dipping your exhaust in soapy water, but this is more just a general rule for chrome and things of that nature. If you take some steel wool, make sure it's wet, make sure it stays wet, and you rub it on your chrome, kind of almost like you would wax a car. Make sure make sure the steel wool stays wet, otherwise you will scratch your finish. But the wet steel wool will clean off your surface imperfections. Any dirt, grime, almost like a clay bar, but heavy duty. So quite simply, just make sure the steel wool is wet. It doesn't matter if you do circular motions, straight lines, as long as you keep the steel wool wet, it will clean your chrome surface. I'm not promising you that this does not scratch some weaker metals or maybe plastic with a chrome finish, but this is how I clean the chrome on my truck, and this is how I'm polishing this chrome here. So it works for me. Do it at your own risk. We've been scrubbing one set of the exhaust tips for less than 3 minutes. Hopefully you can already see the difference. These are obviously the ones that I just did, and these are the ones that I'll let the steel wool speak for me. It's less than 3 minutes worth of work just with the steel wool. So we'll do the other side, and then we'll work on polish. So we just finished using the steel wool to clean up these exhaust tips. This one here has only been hit with steel wool. This one here on the left has been hit with a little bit of old car wax, a little bit of Ardex Topaz. I don't even think they make that anymore. But so it's just been buffed real quick with the wax, and you can see it's a little bit shinier than the one on the right. They do make special chrome polishes, but for 30-year-old exhaust tips on a car that doesn't owe me anything, I'm not going to be spending a whole bunch of money. So we'll wax the ones on the right, and then we'll get them installed on the car. So we have the exhaust tips buffed or cleaned with the steel wool, and they've been buffed with the wax. So they're pretty shiny now. We'll do a little before and after comparison. And that's how you polish chrome real quick for the cheap, the stuff that you probably have sitting around the house. So I hope this quick little chrome polish DIY was helpful to you, and you can use it on your chrome polish in the future. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, be sure to subscribe. And remember, you can always DIY. For a short episode, as you can tell by the thumbnail, the title, and these two things in my hands, we're going to be working on polishing the exhaust tips. The exhaust tips for this Fiero, they're 30 years old, they've been on the car the whole time, obviously.